What's going on, everybody? It's the most exciting time of the PoE life cycle. Less than a week until the next league launches. Are you hype? I know I am. I also know Reddit's hair's on fire, so everything is as it should be, I suspect. The recent patch notes just dropped a couple days ago. Oh my god, they were a doozy. For my Ascendancy of choice anyway. In case you're completely out of the loop, I already planned my League starter, at least conceptually, like months ago. I was going to run Pathfinder and make a Magic Find build, League start build out of a Pathfinder, even though that's not an easy thing to do. I had it all done, basically, the day before the patch notes release, assuming that no major overhaul would mysteriously take place on my build, or certainly the Ascendancy. Well, the rest is history, because I had to go back to the drawing board a little bit. But the good news is the build got even stronger. And by the way, this is not just my League start plans. I am making a full-blown guide for this one because I'm that excited. I am basically on the same wavelength as I was prior to the Soulthirst Deadeye build guide that came out, which got extraordinarily positive reception from the community overall. It was quite an original build, I felt, but this one completely overshadows that, in my opinion, and I'm expecting good things to happen, especially now. It's unfortunate that I was set back a few days for my build guide creation process, but it's going to be worth it for many reasons, primarily the one I'm showcasing right here at the thumbnail of the video. Let's get into it. Here it is. Master Surgeon. Let's check out this line. Life flask effects are not removed when unreserved life is filled. Life flask effects do not queue. 50% less life recovery from flasks. You know what that is? That is the enduring prefix to mana flasks now put onto life flasks for free. Well, for an Ascendancy point. Now that may not mean anything to you on its face, but Palstron already made a video detailing a lot of the ramifications for this. A great video. In the context of his video, he sought to overcome the downside with numerous life, increased life flask recovery nodes, and create an absolute monstrous recovery build from that. That's not where my mind went when I read this. My jaw dropped to the floor immediately because the first thing I thought of was Divination Distillate. Yes, Divination Distillate. Now, you might be thinking, what? What do you mean Divination Distillate's a hybrid flask? It's not a life flask. Yeah, oh. So you didn't know Divination Distillate is a life flask? Well, I did, because I've been using this functionality for many leagues now. See this node here? Heart of the Oak? It says regenerate 2% of life per second if you've used a life flask in the last 10 seconds. Life flask queued when reserve life. So, if this works, then this should obviously work because they read exactly the same way. And just to, remove any sort of skepticism that might be out, I have loaded right here my, current 3.20 League character who was running Calm Spirit. I had to remove there to demonstrate to you right here, right now. I am running Heart of the Oak. I'm going to now remove this skill. As I just said, I've been running Divination Distillate for a very long time and in many leagues, so we have it here. And watch, you'll notice that it says mana regeneration per second, right? Now it's going to say, let's see if I do that. Now it says life regeneration per second, right? Right? So it says 341. Now, if I use this Divination Flask, nothing happens to the number, right? As it should. Now watch this. I take this node. I'm going to use the Divination Distillate Flask again. And if this works, it will increase my life regeneration per second for 10 seconds. Oh, it did. Let's see. So again, I should lose it after 10 seconds right here. Any second now, right? It's just going to drop off. Oh, there it is. By the way, Primal Spirit also is given functionality through a hybrid flask. So Divination Distillate actually receives the functionality from both Primal Spirit and Heart of the Oak. So any sort of skepticism you had on that, now gone. Let me go back to this here. Absolutely insane. Because what that means is, you might have noticed that I was sitting at half life, right? Or low life status. Well, that's because I have to use a petrified blood, reserve a whole bunch of, use a whole bunch of reservation for that. I have to then, you know, create an entire brand new 4-link to support Divination Distillate. Essentially, just to get Divination Distillate, I have to jump through multiple hoops of fire just to make it work. And even then, it doesn't work 100% of the time because, then, you know, if it caps out, it stops working. All of that gone. All of it is completely out the window, no longer hindered in that way anymore. By my standing, Pathfinder just became the #1 ascendancy for magic finding. Yeah, even leapfrogging the Deadeye. Even with Deadeye, all of Deadeye's great ascendancy nodes and everything, perhaps even for elemental hit builds, related builds. I think the Pathfinder, you guys, if you never ran this tech before, you don't even know how crazy restrictive it is. It's so restrictive, like it even prevents you from taking nodes like herbalism. Because if you're running Divination Distillate, you don't want it to work. You don't even quality it up or anything. You want it to have as little recovery as possible so it doesn't cap out. You can't even take nodes like this. That's how insanely restrictive it is. Now, you know, I've unlocked all of that. It's like an entire burden lifted from my shoulders. Can't wait to use that. So that is the big takeaway from this video. Again, I don't know why no other content creators mentioned this yet, but maybe they haven't really thought of it, or, you know, they're not magic finding or whatever, but this is a huge deal. I mean, this is the biggest deal, for at least for my build. Other things included, I'll just kind of close off this video with a few other things that you probably already did hear from other people. Man, New Nature's Reprisal. Yeah, it sucks, you know, losing AoE, losing chaos, some chaos damage, and losing conversion. You know what? Getting Withered baked into your build automatically. Let's not kid ourselves. Nobody's sitting around capping out Withered stacks instantly on everything when they're trying to work it around in weird ways with spell totems and ballista totems and, you know, whatever. This solves so many problems just by getting Withered. In terms of practical gameplay, this is definitely a buff. Master Toxicist stayed the same. You know, there's some other ones over here that I'm not that interested in. Flash charges gain 3 times every second. It's good. I know it got moved over. Magic utility flash 30%. This node, Master Distiller, definitely not taking it. Doesn't seem that good. Yeah, the two big players here are Master Surgeon and Nature's Reprisal. I'm definitely going to be using them for my next build. And on account of those two changes, the build definitely got buffed. Now, not only from that, but for the Ranger in general. You guys have heard of this? Multi-shot. Wow, attacks fire additional projectile with adrenaline baked into your build for the low cost of 10% reservation. In the case of my build, I substituted out Defiance Banner for Blood and Sand. Whoop, done. Like, for 1 passive skill point. Amazing. Let's see. There's still some other things in there which are I'm blanking out of my mind. You know, we also have Master Fletcher. But those are the big ones. Those are the really big ones. Yeah, actually, that might just about be it. So that's the big takeaway for this video. If you are a magic finder or if you're a Pathfinder, man, you put those two together, you got something special here with this Master Surgeon. So in case you're wondering what build I'm coming out with, I have talked about it on the Discord forums and in Twitch streaming, although I haven't streamed really lately. But I'll go ahead and let you know in case you're not in the know. It is a Poison Tornado Shot Magic Find Pathfinder League Starter. Yeah. I'll let you marinate on that for a while. It's not a meme. It's real. No joke. So that will be coming out with the full-blown guide. I'm going to try to get it out in the next 24 hours. Hopefully I can. But still got some work to do. Still got a lot of editing to do to get that out. But that's it. I'm going to leave you for now. That's exactly what I'm going to do now, is go back to work on that. And hopefully we can get all of that out of the way and we can start streaming again. And start, you know, kind of playtesting things around that. So I will see you in the next video, which is going to be a very good video.